field position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollard with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense will have first crack at this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
To do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the run, it's Villa. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got him. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, uses that.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a dynamite play there. 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown.
South Carolina, 3.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. It's Harris. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Gamecocks are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
What a disappointment. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got enough for the first. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The running back has it. LSU will get a first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Some fresh air.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Third down. Red zone play. Well alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He's going for headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And into the end zone. goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Texas State managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. Don't blame the weather there in San Marcos this week. These Bobcats are to blame for this one being so close. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, making a nice play.
Quick completion to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Complete to the left. There he goes! Touchdown, South Carolina! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. LSU quick to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Villa. Turning it on. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets him up on second down. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. At the 35, he's got room. Right down the gut of the field. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. It's Bland. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Caught near the sticks. It's Bland. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team, because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And the Gamecocks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He'll keep it on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Off play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Bland. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Look out. He's got room. Quarterback may change this route. So 1st down will open up the final period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Going to swing it on second down. He's got an open man. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Glenn. Brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Throws to the wideout. He strikes downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Gamecocks are rolling down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there.
And when you get in the red zone, you're thinking run, run. The field shrinks. You see the tight ends really come into play in this area of the field. The big body guys that you can fake a little run action, throw them the football for the touchdown.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. It's as if you're in goal in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Here we go. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He'll try the left side. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up. Now they've got to hustle to the line. The play-action fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. LSU right back to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Rushes on him. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.